Hi, welcome to Take a Break, Take a Breath for Friday, April 16th. I'm Rick Boyer, the pastor of Prospect Presbyterian Church, and Take a Break, Take a Breath is an invitation for you to pause in your day, to take a little time for rest, and to center yourself in God who made you and loves you and calls you by name, to just breathe for a while, and to be in the presence of the great love of God. So we've been reading our way through the Gospel of Mark, and we're in Mark chapter 3, reading verses 7 through 12 today. This is kind of a transition passage between one period of Jesus' Galilean ministry and another. It's a passage that, one commentator calls it kind of a state of the ministry report, and in it we get a description of how Jesus' popularity has spread much farther than they ever expected, to the north and to the south and to the east and to the west, and it names all kinds of territories in the area and says that so many people are coming that Jesus can barely move, and he tells his disciples to get a boat ready in case the people press in and crush him so that he can get onto the boat, because they are all pressing in trying to touch him. And then it goes on to say that when he confronted unclean spirits, they would cry out about who Jesus was, the Son of God, and he would silence them. A lot is written about that, and the struggle to understand what is sometimes called in Mark the messianic secret. The thing about it is that Jesus wants the followers to believe, not because of what he can do for them, not because of the healing that he can bring. That all the people pressing in on him sort of says that they don't get it. Not for the entertainment value, and not out of fear, which is what the unclean spirits are doing, but out of trust. Because we know he is the Son of God who loves us and who can show us what it means to be a human being and a disciple and a follower of Christ. The verse that I chose is the one about the unclean spirits. It is verse 11 and 12, actually. Whenever the unclean spirits saw him, they fell down before him and shouted, "You are the Son of God." But he sternly ordered them not to make him known. So I invite you to go to a quiet place in your house if you haven't already done so. Close the door and either settle into a chair or a couch or spread out on the floor. Get in a position that is comfortable for you and feel the comfort and strength of that spot where you are, whether it's on the floor or on the couch or on a chair. Feel the support that comes from whatever is touching your body and holding you up, whether it's the floor on all of your body parts across the back, or a couch, or a chair and the seat of the chair on the back of your legs, and the arms under your arms, and the back of the chair on your back. And close your eyes. Take some deep breaths. And as you breathe in the breath of God. And as you breathe out all that separates you from God. As you breathe in the breath of life. And as you breathe out all that does not give you life. As you breathe in God's peace. And as you breathe out all of your worries and your fears and your anxieties. Imagine that with each deep breath, and you continue to breathe deeply, the peace of God is spreading and growing in your life. Imagine it like the warm water of a shower running down over your head and your face. And as the peace of God runs down over your head and your face, it calms your mind and your brain so that your mind is stilled and at rest. And as the peace of God runs down over your face, your jaw relaxes and maybe you smile. And as it runs down over your neck, the tensions are released in your neck and the pains drift away. And as it runs down over your shoulders and your arms and your hands, the muscles unwind and the tensions are released. And there is renewal in those muscles as oxygen flows freely there and the peace of God comes to them and your hands open up to receive God's peace. Palms up, baby. And as that peace of God runs down your back, you release all of your burdens, the things you've been carrying around with you. And the muscles find rest and peace. And as it runs down over your chest, your breathing stays nice and deep and calm, and your heart rate slows to a resting rate. And as the peace of God flows down over your stomach, the butterflies and jitters that might be there go away. And as it runs down over your hips and your thighs and your knees and your calves and your feet, the muscles are renewed and the cramps are taken away. And the peace of God is filling every cell in your body. In your mind's eye, imagine being on that boat behind Jesus as the crowd presses in on him. He's told you and the other disciples to get the boat ready in case they crush him, press in on him too much. But eventually the evening comes and the crowd dissipates. And he gets into the boat with you. As it happens, the two of you are sitting across from each other, looking into one another's eyes. You can tell he's tired, but not too tired to ask about you. Not too tired to care about all that is happening in your life. And so as you're sitting there winding down from this day, the two of you talk. What does Jesus say to you? And what do you want to tell Jesus? I'll be quiet for a while now. And then the time for this conversation comes to an end. And the two of you bring the conversation to an end in a way that is appropriate. And once you've done so, you allow that image to fade away. And you bring yourself back to the room where you are. And when you're ready, you open your eyes. Well, let's take a break, take a breath for Friday, April 16th. If you have feedback for me or you want to talk or pray, send an email to rick@prospectchurch.org.